Serious question. Will the delusion of modern women ever stop? I mean, they've got nothing or little to bring to the table, but sometimes they want top-tier men and top earners without bringing anything to the table. In other words, there's no fair exchange of value. Take a look.
Man of your dreams, $50K per year. Are you taking him?
Absolutely not. Like a good
So how
father
much
to
should
your
your
children.
husband make?
My husband?
Yeah.
I'm 20.
Your 50K is not enough, so how much?
At least $1 million a year.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
that's okay. You gotta-
What traits would
100%.
you
Here we
bring
go.
to the table to keep that going?
Well, of course, loyalty. I'm an attractive woman, so of course I would attract a man like that.
Okay.
And family values, morality. I come from a good family. I'll take cooking classes. I don't know how to cook, but I'll take cooking classes.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say. What else do you need?
So,
Do you think that deserves an $1 million man?
Yeah. Why not?
You don't even know how to cook.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I said I'll take cooking classes.
She dares to say, absolutely not, even if the guy's the man of her dreams. This proves once again that women don't fall in love with a man's potential, but rather with what he already is. Doesn't matter how ambitious you are as a man. If you're broke, women won't even consider you. However, when a woman is poor but brings good traits to the table like respect, loyalty, and listening skills, you might find her more desirable than a boss babe with a high body count and an IG page with thousands of followers. She asks for $1 million man as if making $1 million was the easiest thing to do. She can go and marry a central banker if she values money that much. $50K might not be enough to travel out of the States every weekend, but at least a man can provide for her and secure her a decent lifestyle. But these chicks want their city girl's lifestyle and be a trophy wife despite not being that valuable in the eyes of men. When asked what she brings to the table, she has a hard time finding traits. She even admits that she doesn't cook but would take cooking classes. She doesn't meet that bare minimum requirement, so the man cannot get a homemade dinner once he gets back home from work. She ain't no wife material. My dog will display more loyalty even when I only have $5. A dog will be far more loyal than a chick because once she finds someone better and or you fail to be excellent, she's free to exercise her options without remorse. A dog, though, just wants some cuddling, food, and your mere presence to be happy. For $1 million, she offers loyalty until the guy with $1.5 million or more shows up. Female hypergamy is at an all-time high. Now with social media, these chicks believe they're entitled to guys like Ronaldo, LeBron James, and whatnot. No wonder why they're single and, most importantly, unable to have a healthy, long-term relationship. No woman at 20 years old who hasn't done anything worthwhile in her life demanding her husband make $1 million a year cannot possibly come from a good family. A good family would have taught her how to be a good wife, but there she is demanding the moon, the stars, and the entire universe. They're all about the money and not about giving men what they want because, a man's opinions doesn't matter to these girls. If I told you that sometimes women listen and agree with you when you speak facts, would you believe that? Take a look.
Literally, how you feel about putting a for sale sign on your car is how men feel about their women. And I would argue it's not insecure to be that way. If anything, it's insecure for me to tolerate that because I'm scared that you'll leave me. So I'm insecure about where I stand in the relationship. But if I'm secure in the relationship, I'll tell you to your face, I don't like that. And I'm okay with you leaving. I'm very secure myself. But women try to flip it around and say, you telling me that you have boundaries and standards and all this other stuff is insecure. It's actually the opposite. Very secure because he's telling you, I don't like this, and he's willing to let you walk away. Fantastic.
The evidence was so strong that they couldn't help but agree. We live in times of female liberation and all this kind of stuff that is hurting men and inflating women's egos. Women go out there, dress provocatively, and behave badly even when they're in a committed relationship. The thing is that most men don't enforce their boundaries, so these women feel like they can do whatever they want without fearing the consequences. However, when a man is secure of himself, he knows what he wants and, just like women do, pulls out his long list of requirements, which in fact tends to be a huge win for the woman. Men with standards look for modesty, women who don't hit the club and have no male friends, femininity, etc. If a girl doesn't tick just one of the boxes, she's out. Women love shit-testing men, but once they come across a guy sure of his standards, a woman is either disgusted because she wants to be quote-unquote free or strongly attracted to him. Either way, your standards are obviously sacred, and I'm sure you keep them high. Let's take a look at the comments. Their silence was so loud. That's a perfect oxymoron. You know perfectly that women have a strong need of being right, but shockingly, this time they listened and agreed to the simple yet powerful truth of why men enforce boundaries. Women know it's not insecurity. They say that shit as a form of manipulation. Exactly. It's nothing but a shit test. The problem is that you gotta learn womanese before participating in the dating scene. Otherwise, you get played and cheated on. Thankfully, thanks to this content, you're learning a bit of womanese anyway, right? They just had their minds blown. Maybe my ex wasn't insecure after all. Her exes might have wished the best for her, but she looks like she would rather marry her IG page and all the DMs she gets on the regular. But that has an end since beauty, youth, and fertility doesn't last forever. Back in the day, women would show off their husbands and kids, but now they show off how wanted they are. By wanted, I mean just for bedroom purposes, and that's it. Take a look.
I know a lot
get
of
what you're
unhappy
saying,
men in
but-
relationships right now with 21 and 22-year-olds. So, baby, please don't listen to him. Because at
No,
the
no,
end
no,
of the
I'm
day,
not
you
worried
make
about
yourself
age.
Advice from
happy.
girls.
You make
Dog
yourself
shit
happy.
advice.
That's
Oh,
the
God.
only thing that matters.
Dog fart advice.
Period.
She's 34 and single,
And I'm happy, baby.
if you say so.
Happy.
Not the
If you say
cat.
so.
Mad guys after me.
Yeah,
Ain't
but
giving them
that
time
don't
to
mean
date.
nothing.
Having
They wanna
guys
smash.
after you that want sex is
Yeah,
nothing
like-
to flex
They already
about.
got sex.
Yeah, of course.
And they still want me.
What?
So what?
They want you
what?
for more sex.
They already got sex. It's been years. It's been years of sex and they still want
Listen,
me.
Yeah, they
What's
want
the
more
point?
sex.
What?
They want more
Well,
sex.
why they want it from a 34-year-old when they can get it
Yes.
from a 21-year-old?
Because the value's not high enough to get to 24.
Thank you. It's easy.
Yeah,
So they gotta-
now
It's easy.
because of that.
well never runs
Because
dry.
men only look at women for looks.
She's 34 years old and single, but that's not everything. She's masculine, proud of her rotation of men, and showing off how happy she is with her current lifestyle. It's not as if the guys behind her are fighting against each other to end up with her in the altar. Not at all. They just want to end up with her in bed, try different positions, and leave it at that. Oh, and if they come back, it's just because the is good, so they want some more. Women used to be more modest in the past, and although they were just as hypergamous as they are today, they looked for a guy to show him off to her female friends and even society. The man was respected, and she was happy that she got a good husband. In contrast, modern women show off how good they're in bed, how many men desire them sexually, and how happy they are fighting against fictitious ideas such as the patriarchy. It's been years of and they still want me, she said. Good for you. Who knows what your notch count is and how low your value can get after banging men left and right. All in all, the men in her rotation are not trying to wife her up, but rather use her recreationally. She might realize her lifestyle is not good for her, but it looks like the side effects of hitting the wall are severe. Let's take a look at the comments. They go for the same reason a stray cat goes to an easily available food source. Have you ever wondered why a bag of Cheetos is cheaper than a bag of walnuts? Yeah, Cheetos are damn good and accessible, but they're not healthy at all. This girl is like a bag of Cheetos because she's cheap and every guy in the hood has had a taste of her. They already got she says this proudly even though it clearly identifies her as someone who has been plowed again and again with no sign of a ring. She's pretty much showing off how promiscuous she is. As mentioned before, back in the day, women would show off their husbands to get status, but these days, having a high body count and even a whole waiting list and rotation of men is a better option to be deemed as a successful woman. This is the era of decay, guys. Is she actually flexing that guys keep getting sex from her without commitment? Boy, they really don't get it, do they? She's being used over and over again and seems very happy with her choices. Her beauty will fade away sooner or later, and since her eggs will be hardly functional, only simps will want to wife her up after she's been run through by the entire block. Guys, thanks for checking out this video. Stay tuned for more daily content. Like, subscribe, and comment.